Good evening, Central Indiana. Welcome to Porch Time Live, Casey's Cause Studio. Storm coverage. You couldn't do it earlier in the night, could they? All right. Let's get into it. All right, we're looking at Indianapolis, U.S. National Weather Service radar out of Indianapolis. Some horrible tornadoes up north. I heard before I came in, 2 confirmed on the ground. This entire line is moving. It was moving north and east. Now this part looks like it's moving east to southeast. Hello, Jesse. These are all in the yellow. These are all severe thunderstorm warnings along this front of storms right here. Tornado warnings south of Kokomo, east of Huntington, or west of Huntington and Fort Wayne, and then another one way up here, Tippecanoe, Argos, Bourbon, and then one up here, Indiana-Michigan border, north of South Bend. Hello, Corey. A very active weather night. Illinois had, that's flood warnings over there. Illinois had been pounded most of this that evening and afternoon. And now these storms are making their way into central and other parts of Indiana. They've been hitting the north for a while, and now they're starting to head our way. Hello, Hayden. Hopefully they will die off before they come. We are all under, I posted just a little bit ago, hello, Corey, a severe thunderstorm watch, and it runs south of Bloomington, pretty much north and east for most of the state. Greene County is included in that, so it even goes a little further than that. So they're expecting these storms to stay together. Hello, Dana. As they move into central Indiana, I'm going to kind of go back and forth on my phone and watch the other radar that I have. There is another watch box to include Martinsville right in here. This is another severe storm. It's not a severe thunderstorm warning, but it's just saying, hey, let's see what it says. Special weather statement. Strong thunderstorms will impact Hancock, Morgan, Johnson, Hendricks counties. Wind gust around 60, and pretty much all the central Indiana states within those. And now they have a new watch box for Indianapolis. This is all fluid. Indianapolis, Marion County is now under severe thunderstorm warning. It hadn't even made the National Weather Service page yet. And I'm sure we will be here directly. What's up, Derek? Hello, Morgan. Hello, Brianna. And anybody else I missed? Oh, a little storm action tonight, buddy. Very vivid lightning show going on to our west and to our north. Hello, Brianna. Again, tornado warnings up north along this front, and this is starting to move into our area. There is another watch box now, a warning box in this area right here for Morgan. Morgan, I actually hit the gas station right before I came on. You know the deal. Hello, Trinity. So, hello, Tish. I went home, laid down, and I was like, man, I'm pooped. And then I started watching these. I was like, they're not going to die off. There is another warning box right here over Marion. I should have brought my, hello, Tish. I should have brought my laptop. All right, this, we have still not been issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Stacy. Just kind of keep an eye on this for a moment. I do want to pull up that other U.S. radar. Hang on. There it is, national radar. Drag that back up here. I didn't mean to do that. Come on, catch. Doggone it. I hate it when it doesn't want to cooperate. Hello, AJ. Hello, Natalie. Hey, keep your head down. Oh, I know. We gonna get soaked. I want to fix this. Oh, I hate it. You know what? We're not gonna screw with it. There you go. There's the latest severe thunderstorm. Hello, Jason. Hello, Denise. Hello, Erica. Again, severe thunderstorm warning for all of Marion County and include Johnson and Morgan, including the cities of Mooresville and Greenwood, Beech Grove. This line of heavy storms is moving east-southeast. As we look here on the radar, tornado warnings bouncing across the northern part of the state. I heard 2 confirmed on the ground. Hello, Stacy. Hello, Heidi. Hello, Elsie. Hello, Kyle. I do not have confirmation of that. I'm just going by what I heard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tornado warnings across the northern part of the state. Just got the warning for Northeast Morgan, right? That's this one right here, CB. They just kicked this one out. I go back and forth on this other radar. It updates it. It's like they're working with the National Weather Service. But, nope, I got the same one you did. Oh, my phone. Things are not wanting to cooperate tonight. My phone needs coffee. Hello, JC. Streeter, Illinois was hit hard earlier by storms. Rob and I have a lot of family there. Praying for their safety. Susan. I hope nobody gets hurt tonight. I hate these storms. And I was telling, somebody was messaging me. I had 3 or 4 people message me. You going live? I'm like, yes, but I'm not a weatherman. I just look at the map and tell you what I see. Zoom in on Morgan if you can. Morgan is right here, buddy. There's Mooresville. There's Mooresville. There's Martinsville. I-69. There's 70, 67, 39. I'm not a weather guy, so if you have weather people you want to watch, it will not offend me for you to watch them at all. But I'll just tell you what I see and put it out there as quick as I can. Hello, Shelley. Mooresville's under a severe thunderstorm warning as it's going to approach your area first. And I need more coffee in me. Hello, Courtney. So it's going to be a rough couple of hours here as this system moves through. Hopefully, we will not have near the severe weather what's going on up north. That is a lot of tornadoes up north. Some of them are on the what is it like up at Notre Dame? Severe thunderstorm warning, tornado to the north of it, and it's moving through now into Elkhart, and a tornado warning south of it, but just a severe thunderstorm warning up at South Bend, Tanya. Praying they're all right. Still no power Lincoln Hill, so I can't watch TV because they'll keep coming with the updates. I certainly will. But I'm our favorite weatherman. Timu Weather, that is best. All right, so severe thunderstorm warning for northeast Morgan County to include Mooresville, and hopefully, I mean this line runs way down here too. Let's go to another St. Louis radar. I mean, see, it just keeps going. Not as numerous tornadoes and severe weather down there, but this is what we got closer to home here. Just got to play it by ear. Vivid lightning show. Hello, Marcia. Hello, Casey. To our north and to our west if you step outside. There you go. AJ, Derek, and Jared. Go chasing. All you got to do is drive up 67. You'll get there quick. Look at, I believe, I got to put my camera on here sometimes. Whoa. There we go. I believe this line right here is the outflow line, is what they say. That's the wind pushing out in front of this. Look how far that is. That's what we're seeing right there. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Shauna. Now I'll kill my camera again. That's crazy. That's some strong winds pushing out in front of that towards us. It is looking gnarly, but I mean, I say that and they did not extend this watch box right there. Let me go back to, I had an individual message me, yeah, just strong storm warning right now, not a severe, and it's basically right on the edge of Martinsville. I had a friend message me and ask me, should they stay home or should they go to their in-laws and get in the basement? I'm telling you right now, I will always err on the side of caution. Peggy, I hope it's over long before 3. I only stay up till 1, but after that, I'm worthless. I normally have like one eye open reading my phone. So, severe thunderstorm warning for Marion County to include some of the cities of Mooresville, Greenwood, Beech Grove, of course, Speedway, Avon, Danville. This storm is moving to the east-southeast. Down here, thus far, other than this outflow line coming at us, we have just kind of a strong storm alert. It's not as well organized as the ones that are up north, and I'm not mad at that. Again, I reiterate, if you have a weather guy you follow, it does not hurt my feelings for you to go watch other people. Ronald Martin, hey Kevin, I'm at work. What's Paragon look like? Paragon, you're kind of in the waiting game with us. Just kind of see which way these go. There's Spencer, Quincy. Did they move Paragon on me? There it is. Got a little rain over the top of you right now, Ronald. But you're kind of waiting for this whole line of storms to come through at us. Probably in the next 45 minutes or so. If that. All right, did they extend that out? No, it's just a massive, they extended it out further north, but that is just a massive warning box. Hello, Mike. Hello, Patty. Martinsville is not under a severe thunderstorm warning. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch, but as of right now, we're just kind of waiting. Heavy storms now moving into the Cloverdale area, Greencastle, Reelsville, Brazil. The line kind of takes a dip right here, running, pushing out, and then kind of angles back west and then shoots down. So some of the tornado warnings are going away up north. Let's click on this one, radar, and see what we got up here. Tornado warning for Huntington, just south of Fort Wayne. Tornado warning for the Syracuse, North Webster area, north of Warsaw. And a tornado warning for Edwardsburg, Vidalia. I'm not even going to try to Casalopolis. Yeah, I'm not for sure about that. They'd have to rechange that spelling for me. Those are all up north. Down here, all we have so far is Franklin. Oh, tornado warning. Tornado warning for the Plainfield area, Indianapolis International Airport, just north of Mooresville. Let me click. I'm going to click on my other one. Tornado warning for very northern edge of Morgan County into Marion. And I got a daughter that I have to text because she's in Beech Grove, and then I'll be heading right for her. I'm sure this is going to be radar indicated. Radar indicated. Tornado warning. Let me message my kid. Hang on. All right. Oh, it's going to be a long night. Tornado warning for the Plainfield, Indianapolis International Airport area. Cities include Greenwood. We'll be heading towards Greenwood, heading towards Beech Grove. Sorry, folks. I have to message my kids first. Now my phone's not working. There we go. Oh boy. How's it looking for Martinsville? We're fine right now, but there is a tornado warning to our north. I'm trying to catch up on chat here as we keep an eye on that warning. It is radar indicated as of right now. All right, I'm just catching up. Sorry, y'all. All right. Franklin is not included in that watch, in that severe thunderstorm warning or the tornado warning. The tornado warning, Plainfield, Indianapolis International Airport, Decatur, Kentucky Avenue, Washington Street, Lyndhurst, just north of Mooresville. Hello, Tamara. Hello, Abby. So if you were in this area right here, seek shelter immediately, and out in front of it, Beech Grove, Greenwood, all these communities, very Greencastle, Putnam County. Severe thunderstorm warning probably over on your way at Greencastle. No, you're getting just a heavy storm right now. If you're out in front of this watch box, seek shelter immediately. Hello, Joe. Nothing to play around with. I know it's radar indicated, but the one that just went through here the other day was radar indicated. And if you look, there's another pocket, little hooky thing right there that they normally say that's where they come out of. Cheyenne, where are you at? You at Greencastle? Hello, Tamara. I just got to know Mooresville is under the warning. Mooresville is not under the warning, Shelley. It's the only tip of Morgan County is right here in the very, very edge corner. You're in the severe thunderstorm warning, but not in the tornado warning. Yeah, Camby, I can see that. What does it look like, Martinsville later? Well, we have a whole line of this stuff headed right for us in about the next 20 minutes or so. Tornado warning for the southwest corner of Indianapolis, including Plainfield, heading towards Beech Grove, Southport area. Very populated area of folks, people living in these areas right here. Hopefully this does not come on the ground. I want to check that one more time. That is just crazy. Radar indicated rotation still. That's where they're at. And I'd rather have that than the other. So I don't know. You're in a warning, severe thunderstorm warning, but not a tornado warning. See, Shelley, there's Mooresville right here. There's the county line right there. And here's 67. So it is north of Mooresville. Not by much, but the actual tornado is really going to go right over when they're ready to pick it up at Wilbur. Can you zoom into the rotation area? I'm trying to, Erica, but it's right over the radar at Indianapolis International where the radar station is. And it looks like it's literally going to go over the airport. Right in this area right here. heading between Beech Grove and Greenwood if it stays its course that it's on right now. Ryan Hogg confirmed tornado in Plainfield. That's a very populated area as well. A lot of wind and rain. In Bucktown, very little light sprinkles. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on in town as of yet. Biggest issue we have right now is a tornado to our north. Radar indicated rotation. And that's why you got the box up, the red box right there, center of the screen. There is a radar confirmed tornado rotation. Nothing confirmed on the ground yet. Nothing that I have read that says it's on the ground. Let's put it that way. But there is a tornado warning for the southwest corner of Indianapolis International Airport, Kentucky Avenue, Plainfield. This will be moving east towards Bluff Road, East Street, Greenwood, 31, Southport, Beech Grove. Wind started picking up. Yeah, that out front, that right here, this out front of wind coming out in front of that, you can see it. Outflow or whatever they call it. I'm not a weather guy. Alert your friends and family that live up here on the south side of Indianapolis, especially in the Greenwood, Southport, Beech Grove area, that there is a potential tornado heading right for them. It's passing over Indianapolis International as we speak. Thanks for the heads up on the storms, watching from afar but warning family. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michelle. Getting really windy 3 hours. Hello, Mr. Ellis. How you doing, sir? Hope all is well with you. Right now in Martinsville, we have no warnings. We are in a severe thunderstorm watch. However, there is a severe thunderstorm warning and a tornado warning in our northern part of our counties, to include Plainfield, Indianapolis International Airport, and the southwest corner of Indianapolis. She said bad wind warning is over in Plainfield. The storm has moved past Plainfield, but it is the tornado warning is still going on. And it's going to take some time to clear that because radar will not pick it up when it's right there at the airport. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch as these storms close in on us. Some of these are moving, this whole line is like moving almost due south now, which is kind of weird. All right, let me back out and refresh. I want to go down here to this radar and see if it picks up anything different as far as this storm. Yeah, see, it is right over the radar in Indianapolis. This storm is just exactly right on top of the radar, which makes it very hard to detect. Heading right for 465 Beech Grove area. I've never seen one go right over the airport like that. That is crazy. These storms are headed right for us. These are shooting to the south all of a sudden. And if I was a weather guy, I'd know what to tell you, but I'm not, so I'm just telling you what I see. Emily, I know, right? It's 11 o'clock. I should be in my Spider-Man onesie looking at TikTok. That's not what happens anymore. Storms are approaching Martinsville area. Still keeping an eye on that tornado warning. South side of Indy, northern edge of Morgan County. I mean, like this slither right here is Morgan County. This is Johnson County. Heading for Greenwood, Beech Grove area. Right where I'm at. Thanks, Mother Nature, right? That's the only tornado warning in southern Indiana. There are 2 or 3 up there. 2 in Michigan, 1 south of South Bend, and 1 west of Fort Wayne. This is the one that concerns our area right here, so we're going to stick with this. Any reports of damage from anybody on up here in the Canby area, even the Mooresville area, Decatur area, near the airport, south side of Indy, please let us know. Favorite Temu weather. I know, I get that. I did not know that, Mr. Ellis. So the tower evacuates at 74 miles an hour. The one at Gosport is heading towards us. The storm at Gosport. Did they move Gosport? There's Spencer. Should be right here. There it is. Yeah, this whole line's heading right for us. Yeah, this whole mass right here is heading towards Martinsville, Bloomington area. Still tornado warning. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Katya. For southwest corner of Indianapolis, as this storm moves directly over Indianapolis International and the radar station there. Hello, April. Hopefully, I'm going to go back down to this other radar and see if it's changed anything yet. Nope. Amber, I know. Couldn't find it. So this storm is getting ready to exit the box area. I wonder if they'll extend it. That is radar indicated rotation. Tornado warning for the south half of Marion County, pretty much, if this extends out, Barbara. Beech Grove is about to get a storm that has a tornado in it. Now one of my kids are on. I got a daughter right in the middle of this path right here. They must have extended that because she said she's in the... Yeah, not yet. All right. Here we go. I think they're going to extend this, is what I'm hearing. Hello, Melissa. Updated past the airport now, but they don't update this map. I'm going to look at my other one. Yep, they sure did. They got it moving further south, right here. Right in this area. Homecroft, south of Beech Grove, Greenwood. I wish they'd update that. It runs right along the edge of 465. New Whiteland, Greenwood, Homecroft, tornado warning. Hang on, y'all. Heavy winds here at the studio in West Morgan Street. Rotation in Greenwood, that would be for the other watch box. There it is. There's a tornado warning for Greenwood, just south of Beech Grove. No, only thing I can see is this right here. I don't have rotation on here or anything. I don't have that fancy stuff, Erica. Hello, Christy. Tornado warning for Greenwood, south of 465, right on the edge. South of Beech Grove. Yeah, tornado warning for Greenwood. What road is this right here? I'm trying to see. It looks like it's running just north of Smith Valley Road. Tanya. Coming closer to home real quick, take a look. Storms are starting to enter the Martinsville area, but we're keeping an eye on this. Shelby, are you on here watching now? Yes, Gloria. Northern Johnson County, right here where we're at. Refresh that. The main part of the storm, probably where the tornado is I'm assuming right on the edge of Greenwood right now. In this area right here. Again, this is radar indicated rotation. Let me go back and double check that. Yes, radar indicated rotation. This box is gone. This is the one they're working with now. It's on you heading toward your shop. National Weather Service says tornado spotted Southport Road. There you go, right in here. Thank you, Eddie. Is on the ground or rotation in the sky? What are we talking, Eddie? Yeah, that front just blew through here. Yep, we're gonna be in it real quick. Right along Southport Road is where Eddie said National Weather Service said they saw the tornado. Ooh, big gust. Beech Grove is just outside the edge of the tornado warning. Tornado warning is right along here in Greenwood. National Weather Service said tornado spotted on Southport Road. So I'm assuming right in this area right here on 31 in Madison. Let's refresh. This box is retired. It's shut down. Nasty in Centerton. Ryan Hall says on the ground watching you both. Does he give a spot? Just crossed the radio, tornado spotted Southport Road. That's all I said. Thank you, Eddie. Ryan Hall said debris, tornado on the ground is what Corey said. He's watching us both. So this part of the storm right in here is where he's picking that up, right along Southport Road. Lost power, Valley Drive. I hate these things, man. I'm telling you right now. And I get nervous as a cat licking it. You know what? When it comes close to my kids like that, I'd rather have right down Morgan Street than mess with my kids. I got one that lives right in that area right there. Any other updates from Ryan Hall or any others? He said crossing 69 on Southport, I think. I don't know what that was, but that was loud. Crossing 69 on Southport. So that would have been well earlier, right over here in this area. You too, Kyle. Thank you, Amber. Praying for our friends and family that all live up in the Greenwood, Southport area. Hopefully this stays in the sky. Hello, Kayla. Any other reports, let us know. If you're in anywhere and you got an update on damage, power outage, things like that, please let us know. On the ground, about ready to cross the highway 65. What highway we talking, Grace? Tornado right in this area along 65, I assume. Greenwood area, Southport area. So it is in the Southport area. 75-mile-an-hour winds. This is the same storm that went over from Plainfield right here. Let's update it one more time. Again, strong winds here in town, but that's all we got thus far as the storm moves into Martinsville. But our concern is up here in northern Johnson County and southern Marion County, 69. I would say that was a while ago, though, because where your main part of your storm is right in this area right here. Sirens going off from Beech Grove. Jason, you would catch that. Love you, brother. Definitely windy up on the hill. Tree and roadway, Hadley Road, just west of Man Road. Crew heading that way. Sirens going off in Beech Grove. Hoskins is getting hammered. Lake Edgewood is out of power. I'm guessing last update was him, Southport and Linderwood. He's all over the state because there's so many tornadoes. Yet I would say it's got to be in this area right in here right now. I'm going to look back for Linderwood. I don't know where Linderwood is. My kid lives in Southport. I know, and I got one in Beech Grove. She's panicking, and I told her to join the chat, and we could at least talk her through it. But Indian Creek Estates seek shelter. The Red Mills seek shelter. Fairland seek shelter. You have friends and family or relatives up there, please contact them. Let them know this is a very dangerous situation, as the storm itself is just now crossing 65. Power is out, Faye says, and it came back on out of Foxcliff. No warnings for Morgan County, for Martinsville right now. Severe thunderstorm warning for Mooresville still, and that is because it's associated with this tornado that is out in front. Windy is all get out in Paragon and heavy rain. Yep, Paragon, you are getting part of the bad stuff right now. Let's refresh this. All right, so they got rid of that one, but we're still here. I want to check my other. I'm in Beech Grove. We're doing okay. Still have power. Thank you, Lexi. My daughter lives right up there in the Beech Grove area. One of my daughters, I should say. All right, so they still have this tornado warning stretched out almost to New Pal now. Let me go back. Lexi's my contact in Beech Grove now. And they extend that severe thunderstorm warning out past Shelbyville. Shelbyville, you're in line with this tornado too. If anybody's on, got friends and family over there. Didn't Nick live over there? There was a tornado just close to you, Hoskins. Eli, I'm not for sure. I know there was a tree down off Man Road. Thank you, Lexi. Jason, you should be good to go for a little bit. Not like the other night when you left here in the middle of it. There's Nashville. They keep moving these cities on me. They're a lot easier to see when there's not storms. What am I doing? I'm way too far. All right. There's Edinburgh. There's Nineveh. We're getting close. There we go, 135. Couldn't find it. My shop is at Southport and 69. Siren's going back off. Yeah, Trafalgar looks good for right now. Still a tornado warning for southern Marion County, Greenwood, Southport area. I would say this storm is going to stay together for a while. I'm on Warren Street and I'm good to go to bed. Chart? Not yet. Not even close. Mark, I can't tell you that. Can't see that far in the future. With the way these storms are popping up with tornadoes tonight, you never know. Hello, Sophia. Power out in Wilbur. No severe storm in our area right now. No tornado warning for us, but there is one for between us and Indianapolis. Greenwood area, Southport area. Ryan Hall said there was a tornado on the ground. Power out Lake Edgewood and Wilbur, and right up the hill here for me and Stephanie. There are heavy straight line winds, some with rotation probably causing tornadoes, storms, and the rain will continue for a while. Thank you, David. I'm on Southport and 31 and it's bad. Justin, be safe. Greencastle. New alert way up north. Let's go check at Greencastle here real quick. Yeah, that's up in past South Bend on the Indiana-Michigan border. I'll refresh it just in case. Yep. Greencastle. There's Terre Haute. Greencastle, you're kind of in between storms right now. Back closer to home, we still have a tornado warning for the Southport Greenwood area. Eli, I don't know how many have touched down. Hello, Lisa. There's another Beech Grove individual tornado warning just south of you. Southport area. Cynthia, you're going to be in it for a while. Just see storms hitting and missing down here in the Paragon area. Imminent, same thing. All these storms are just moving through as the night goes on. Do you guys get the all clear to go to bed? Just consider it's going to storm. We lost our power once tonight, and I'm hoping we don't again. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Krista. Still heavy winds here at the studio off East Morgan Street. Not like they're having up at Greenwood in the Southport area. There's another one behind the one in Effingham, Illinois, heading this way. Let's look at Effingham. Yeah, this is... Effingham should be... Did they move Effingham? Isn't it right in here? Bloomington normal. Alright, I lose my train of thought on here. Way too easy. I'll just punch up the radar and see what it looks like over here. Illinois doesn't look too bad now. Oh, here's Effingham. That's a severe thunderstorm warning right there at Effingham, Illinois. Closer to home, tornado warning for the southern part of Marion County, Greenwood, Southport, just north of Newell Whiteland, and New Powell, south of it. Fairland, Bogstown, Red Mills, take shelter immediately. It's just south of Beech Grove. There's 69-465. There's a loop right there. And the warning is just almost up to the edge of it. Hello, Logan. There's that other warning that she was telling us about right there. That's another tornado warning. Geneva, Bryant, Pennville, Little Berg's out there, west side of the state, northwest side of the state. This area right here is concerned. Thank God for a generator. Hello, Jake. Hello, Otis. Tornado warning still for the Greenwood Southport area. Carly, you know what? I don't want to say that out loud, but looking at what we have coming at us, it's not as organized. This over here, this mess over here by Effingham is organized, but this stuff, it crossed the state line, it's shooting south. Bree, I agree. Fort Wayne has rotation. What about Monrovia, Wilbur? Just what we're getting here. Nothing severe. You're on the edge of the severe storm thing box, but this will go away as soon as this tornado warning moves out of the area there. And I imagine it's going to here real soon. There you go. Tornado warning's been extended to include Shelbyville, Morristown, Fairland, and the Red Mills. This has been on the ground for some time, if it is in fact on the ground. Christopher, I agree with that. Hey, Odie. Fort Wayne has rotation. What about Monroe and Wilbur? St. Francis Hospital on Emerson Avenue has patients in the hallways. That's not far from Shelby's house. There's your front line of that tornado, somewhere in there. And if you go center of the box, you'd have to guess it's right in this area, right in here. So that's what we're looking at as far as that tornado goes. And this has been bouncing around since before, or right around the Plainfield area. Coming right up on 421. You know, it may be because that blew through here hard, Wendy. What's up, Mr. Swango? Sophia, the worst storms we got behind us are this ones over here at Effingham, Illinois. These that are hitting us right now, they seem to be dying off. Brittany. Rotation heading towards Shelbyville. These are not as organized as this mess over here. But again, once they cross state lines, they start shooting south. So we'll see how that works out in the next half an hour or so. Rotation heading near towards Shelbyville. So I'm assuming that's this area right here. I will stay on here as long as possible as needed until this batch decides going to do what it's going to do. We're going to cancel this box here in a minute. Praying this moves out quickly. I agree. Sophia and Lily are having a conversation. Hello, Lily. Hello, Sophia. Rotation heading towards Shelbyville. Right along 421 for those that know the area. If you got friends and family out there, please alert them. There's a lot of nothing out here, but there are also some small little towns along the way moving towards the border. Again, down closer to home. Disorganized storms, but you never know. No power at Echo Lake in Mooresville. Thank you, Sharon. We just had winds that are pretty strong. Nineveh or Trafalgar catching in the act now. There's 135. There's Bean Blossom. There's Nineveh. There's Trafalgar. Yeah, you're right on the edge of it now, Jace. Be safe, my friend. Hello, Cassie. Let's update the tornado warning. There's your tornado warning, and it's right here on the 421. I pulled a muscle on the right side of my body tonight, and I mean, I don't know how I did that, and it wasn't doing anything freaking physical. No power at Echo Lake. Hello, Amber. And congrats, Amber. Amber, I saw that article today. Heavy rain here at the studio on East Morgan. Let's update, refresh. I'm going to go to my other radar momentarily on my phone. Yeah, I mean, there are some severe thunderstorms moving in closer to the Terre Haute area. But other than that, these here look scary on the other radar. That's all flood warnings. These are looking scary on the. All right. Hello, Allison. Again, tornado warning out near Shelbyville. Clarence, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I enjoy doing this, and I'm glad I can help. Fairland is rotation, and that is right in the center of this right here, Shelley. You're exactly right. Rotation. Thank you, Clarence. Appreciate that. Hello, Laura. Clarence, I am not a weather guy, though. Don't confuse me with any of those experts that are out there. I fear thunderstorms. I fear tornadoes. And once I started doing this, I was told by weather guys that they used to be the same way. They felt better when they knew where things were. And once I started doing this, I felt better knowing where things are at. So then I relay what I see to you guys and what I hear. And that's all we do. And you might hear some crazy, insane stuff here. And hopefully we save lives or keep people at least focused enough where they can let the relatives know in Shelbyville and Morristown and Fairland and Manila that there's a tornado possibly headed their way and they should seek shelter immediately. Nothing to play around with. Back closer to home, just these bands of showers and storms rolling through. This is the area we got to watch. I know like this over here. Hopefully this starts dying off as it comes closer to home, as it enters Terre Haute area. Tornado warning still running here close to Shelbyville. Fairland, there was rotation on the ground. This tornado started over by Plainfield, and if it hit the ground, it's bounced along Greenwood, Southport area, and up in here. Hello, Cassidy. Any damage, things like that, power outage, post them in there. And also, if you have damage to your structures at your homes, at your garages, at your barns, and you live in Morgan County or whatever county you live in, please report that to your county EMA. Thank you, Melissa. I try. Hello, Jeanette. Please report it to your local EMA tomorrow. Yeah, I was watching earlier, and I think it was Angela Buckman was on Facebook Live when it was back over here, and she said, these things just pop up, quick rotation, then boom, you got a tornado. Hello, Brett, Andrew. Our area is relatively quiet for what's been going on across the state. And I'm being honest, we've dodged bullets thus far, and I'm good with that. There's been a tornado bouncing around. Hello, Cassie. Crazy wind at Foxcliff earlier. I think the power went off for a little bit, but good to go. You're getting about what we're getting here in town. Bands of rain, heavy rain at times, and some heavy wind. But right now, nothing severe in Morgan County. The worst thing going on right now is a tornado warning out near Shelbyville, as seen in this watch box, or this red box right here. This is where I assume the tornado is. If you have relatives living out that way, Rushville, Morristown, Posey, Milroy, Waldron, and as it exits the state south of Richmond, please let them know dangerous situation is heading their way. Seek shelter immediately if you're in Shelbyville. What's up, Big D? Hello, Beverly. Storm is crossing 421 as we speak. I have seriously hurt my arm. To the point where it's numb. I can't even lift it above my head. Tree Road, Orchard Road in Mooresville. Can we go to bed in Martinsville? I saw that. Oh. Sophia, I do not dare tell you that just yet. If I tell you that now, then we get underneath another watch box the next half an hour or so. You would never come back on my show again. No electricity, Lake Edgewood. Sophia, I'll tell you what I'm worried about. I'm worried about these storms right here crossing the state line now. These are still severe warned. These are the only two areas right here. They have them moving east. I would assume what's out in front of it's going to take a lot of the power away from these. But I'm not a weather guy. Right one, Mike. This one is just numb, sore, like I pulled every muscle in it. Shelbyville sirens are going off. Dang global warming causing this. Patricksburg, wind is brutal. All right, Kayla, where is Patricksburg? Is it out here in the tornado area? Someone will have to educate me on Patricksburg. That is not one I'm familiar with. I get a lot of them, but not that one. If you're in the Shelbyville area, Rushville, Glenwood, Milroy, Waldron, Posey, and Morristown, seek shelter immediately, please. If you have friends and family out there, please call them and tell them there is a tornado in the area. That's what we have going on close to home. Bands of storms. This is the one that worries me. By Spencer. Okay, thank you. Caitlin. Owen Putnam. All right, let's see if I can find Spencer tonight. There's Paragon. I can find Spencer. Let's find oh, that's a piece of cake. Yep, heavy wind and rain right here. Same, about the same as us. You're getting these bands of my grandma and Emily. Better contact them, please. Heavy bands of rain that are moving through. Not very well organized, which benefits us. This thing's right on top of Shelbyville right now. So the opposite of a rain dance, someone needs to go outside and do a chant and make these storms dissipate. Thank you, Mike. Kayla, I am and I'm not. I think that anybody know the temperature outside currently? I didn't mean to do that. I just wonder how much energy it took away from everything as these moved through. Hello, Izzy. Kayla, you're fine. We tracked her down. Again, tornado warning for the Shelbyville area, Morristown, Posey, Rushville, Milrow. If they would cancel these 2 warnings on these storms back here, Sophia, I'd say go to bed. But I mean, you don't need my permission to stay up or go to bed. I think that's funny when people say that. Can we go to bed yet? 68. So it has dropped almost what? 23 degrees? 79. Hello, Shelly. Hello, Dawn. I wonder what the humidity is. You guys don't have to. I'm just talking out loud. This was so disorganized as it moved through our area and into Bloomington now. But I mean, these bands of rains could easily join together and form a nasty front and start kicking up rotation like the rest of these have all night. Again, now we have, that's in Michigan. We have 2 tornado warnings still running through the state. Hello, JC. Looks. Blaze, I got to ask you a question before you jump off here. Right here in Martinsville, we just got bands of rains moving through. Nothing severe as far as our area go. Blaze, I'm worried about these 2 back here. Are these going to fizzle out because these storms ahead of it took its power? Or is this something we should watch as the night goes along? Again, the only thing close to us of really serious is a tornado warning out near Shelbyville right now. This thing started over in the Plainfield area, and it's still marched across the state. REMC just estimated power off till 4 a.m. at Lake Edgewood. Where is that yellow patch? This right here, that's over across the state line in Illinois, right along the Terre Haute, Indiana border there. There's 41. So power out in Lake Edgewood till 4 a.m. Good luck with that. If I didn't have my fan on, I'd go find me a grocery store and sit in for the next 6 hours. Hello, Ed. How are you, sir? It's just like that. They turned the faucet off outside. It stopped raining instantly. I hope Blaze caught my question. Blaze is a storm chaser. The wind seeker. He's been to town several times. Was he in the parade? He may have went to the parade. I don't know if he was in the parade. There he is. I would need to look at radar trends. As of now, they're organized enough that I would be mindful people pops up 60-hour wind with torrential downpour since water moves there. See, that's why he's good. That is why he's good. So, Sophia. He's saying be mindful. These still could be potent. So we're going to keep an eye on them. If you want to go to bed, I think you'd be fine. But I'm not a weather guy. Nor am your boss. I'm not your boss either. So you cannot go to bed yet. No. Closer to home. Not a lot going on right now. We're kind of quiet outside. It got so quiet outside, kind of scary. Like wind, rain, all of a sudden we're in this dead zone right here. It's like too quiet. Oh. I can turn my fan on. I don't know why I haven't had that on the line. Hello, Lori. That probably doesn't help you guys, but still tornado warning, Shelbyville area. Yeah, Laura did. My fears on tornadoes, creepy quiet. Sophia, yes, I agree with that. All of that. Yes, I don't. The whole complex is becoming outflow dominant. He's speaking German. That indicates decay has begun or is ongoing. The outflow can produce high wind as well. That's what the little green line was ahead. Yes. So I guessed that right. I think so, Jake. Raining pretty good out here. The winds on Mahaley'sville. So that's your outflow line right there. That's what Blaze is talking about right now. So it is kind of decay is going on right now as we speak. Which I'm not mad at that. I'm good with decay. Especially at 11:30 at night. I want to decay my buns down the road and decay myself to bed. Whether I fall asleep or not is irrelevant. $4 p.m. tomorrow. Goo. Wabash. Where's Wabash? Wabash. Heavy rain, wind here in Quincy. I think that's... Is that over by Greencastle? Fillmore. Eminence, Cloverdale, Poland, Reelsville, Carbon, Brazil. Where's Wabash? He never said how fast the decay happens. Terre Haute, okay. All right, they canceled that tornado warning. That's a good sign. Yeah, see, these are still got some pop to them over here. These storms coming into Terre Haute right now. Okay, so they did cancel the one warning, but this is that other half right here. I'm hoping these turn south like the other ones did. There's Coal City, all these... This storm's this would be the end of the line here, though. I'm still looking for Wabash. What's up, Mr. Fuller? Thank you, Kayla. Northeast of Kokomo. Thank you, Allie. I appreciate that. Northeast of Kokomo. So it's going to be right in this area. I'm north and I'm east. There's Converse, Huntington, Bluffton, Largo. All right. I'm not going to dilly-dally too far up here out of our area. Probably where this tornado went through right in here at some point in time this evening. We're keeping an eye on these storms. 31 and 24. Winds are starting to pick back up on observatory. Let's see. 31 and 24. Okay. One last look at 31 and 24. 31. Did they move 31? This is 31 and 24. There's 35. Am I going the wrong way? What day is it? No, I can't find 24. There's 31, 24 right here. So it's by Peru. Who told me that? Who gave me that? That's 31 and 24 right there. That's like due north of Kokomo. All right, let's get closer back to home. Only tornado warning now is way up in the northeast part of the state. Burrsville, praying everything. It's right on the border, actually, as you go into Ohio. Biggest storms we got now are the ones over by Terre Haute. This is our, now behind here, you can probably go to bed. We're going to check Illinois radar. These are all flood warnings over here. See, we're good back here. Let's check over here by St. Louis. See, we're good back here. This is the part of the storm that needs to get past us. These storms right in here. Now I'm thinking we took a lot of the energy by this jumbled mess here from these. I'm not a... So, another one, you guys can all go to bed. But I'm not going to individually text each one of you and go, hello. Remember, because I'll be like this, hello, so-and-so, we have a severe thunderstorm warning, possible tornado warning. Get up. I'm not doing that. I refuse. If I had a way to get it to everybody that goes to bed early. Started to go to bed and saw my husband fall asleep watching Twister. Inspired me to run back to this live. I love it. Thank you, Chelsea. It's a little northeast 3124 marker. Grew up in that area, but now I live in Canby. Thank you, Danny. Oh, don't we love thunderstorms? Look, I want to go to bed too. Porch time alert system. I'd have to get an app, and then you'd have to have an app on your phone, which we've thought about that doing. And once I finally retire from my real job and do this 24 hours, which is going to happen. Hopefully, I'm still on this side of the daisies. Then we could talk about that. Then it'd be like something knowing, like, get up. It'd be my voice screaming at you. We need a Kev alarm. Oh my gosh. I guess I have an advantage. I'm already in the basement. Trinity, yes. Amber, that would be funny. This part of the storms are all choppy. All choppy, disorganized. So, and that played to our favor. There's that outflow that Blaze was talking about. Look at that. That is just crazy. Trying to get a new roof. Think that second round will do it. Danny, I don't know. That I don't know. Did it hail in your area tonight? Anybody over in Terre Haute on? I mean, this is starting to look more like this now. If they cancel that, I'd feel a lot better. Then I could tell some of y'all go to bed. Go to bed. No snacks. Nothing. We're making light, but we hope everybody on the south side of Indy, in the Southport, Greenwood area, Plainfield area, hopefully nobody got hurt tonight. I'll just kind of track it. We had a tornado bounce around from about over here in Plainfield. Boom, boom, boom. South side of the airport, right through here in Greenwood, Southport area, south of Beech Grove, and it ended up over here dying off near Shelbyville. So hopefully no injuries. There were several tornadoes north of Indy as the night went on, and some monsters over in Illinois. I don't know if you guys saw some of the videos on TikTok. Unbelievable footage. Unbelievable. And also, Blaze, if you're still on, hats off to you guys with the flooding down there and what you guys did all week. He's way down here on the river. He's a river rat, Corden. Now, did they move Corden on me? Why can I not find a single daggone town tonight? He's not Evansville. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I give up. I pride myself on map reading, and I have no sense of direction at all tonight. Fort Knox, loving it. Anyway, massive flooding down that way. Blaze was a part of that, rescuing people and doing things like that. And tip my hat to him, because those guys, same as I would our fire department guys, they're incredible. And just takes a special human being. All these areas along this river flooded out big time along the Ohio, especially over in the far corner of the state. Anyway, I wanted to say thanks to Blaze and company. A bunch of good guys. All right, so closer to home, we've got this kind of clustery looking nasty system, storms. Nothing severe. The worst storms we got are probably over in Terre Haute. Hopefully they start taking a south trend like these others did. And other than that, I can't say go to bed because we didn't really have a clear line come through. Here's your back edge, Champaign, Illinois, Danville, Illinois. Those people can go to bed. I can't come right out and tell you guys yet. I'm kind of hurting on that. Maybe in a half an hour, Terre Haute would be the first call to go to bed. You know we haven't heard from tonight? Down here at Freedom. Has he been on? Yeah. I've not seen him. Kind of heartbroken. I still got half a cup of coffee left. I'm doing well. And I got some peanuts over there I've been munching on. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'm in Greenwood on County Line Road, close to 69. Seeing a few trees down, no power, but don't look too bad. Justin, you be safe. Thank you for the update, sir. Appreciate that. That was a nasty storm went through there, right through this area. Southport, Greenwood area. As organized as this looked earlier, it's just gone to... Doesn't mean it won't pick back up over here. There's that outflow. Look at that. Is that crazy? That is crazy. See, we're learning. We're learning. We learned what outflow was, and now we're using it to our advantage. It's almost like a second line is trying to form, but I think this line took all the smoke, so it doesn't have anything to play with now. Pretty decent storm, though, over by Terre Haute. This little section here is the worst one we got going. Yes, I was in a trailer park. It looked like school got out and everyone was leaving. Yeah, once they hear the winds coming, they bail. Still that tornado over in Ohio. This system's dying down, the one that come through with the tornadoes earlier, south of Indy. And down here, we're about the same thing. (11:42) in 18 minutes. I'm gonna have to make a decision. Might have to just say everybody go to bed. Just done with it. We'll see where we're at midnight when the clock strikes 12. Let's see if this has died down anymore, picked up. And now these storms down here in Bloomington area look stronger than the ones over by Terre Haute. Weather just went off the TV. You mean they called it a night? The weather station did on the TV, no more live? Is that what you're saying, Patty? Well, we can't shut down before they do. See, these are still pretty strong storms back here, but no watches or warnings on these at all. Surprisingly, especially that mess over by Effingham. All right, 17 minutes. We'll see where we're at. We'll reevaluate. Well, they're calling it a night, didn't they? Those weather people, I tell you. Those TV weather people. We're out here working hard to keep the people informed. How about that big red area freaking flood warning? Yeesh. They got dumped on. Let's check on our friends down in Trafalgar. Right in the middle of it right now. The heavier storms that we've had. Sweetwater and Brown County, Logan, you'll be doing fine. It's about ready to hit you here in about 20 minutes. She's probably in bed anyway. Sweetwater, Paragon's about out of this mess. Then they'll be waiting on these Terre Haute storms, which are moving about the speed of a snail. Thank you, Shelley. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Dana. Hello, Bill Martin. Well, I'll look at my other radar, see what it looks like. Hang on, folks. It still shows that freaking storm moving east. I'm telling you what, I won't be able to lift my arm over my head by morning. I'm going to hang out for a while because I don't... Hello, Allison. I'm not saying anything... Those will be here in about an hour, I know. Are the storms over Terre Haute bad? No worse than what we've had tonight come through. But like this one here on the other radar, it's showing it still holding pop. Coming due east, kind of northeast, Bloomington, Martinsville, and I'm like, are you kidding me? But I mean, it's going to go across the area that's already been hit once tonight. Once it starts coming to the state of Indiana, it's just this part's been sitting there. This has been moving. This piece right here has been dumping on this area. You'll see a flood warning out for this area for too long because it's just been sitting there. I am not kidding you. I have pulled something in my arm. I might have to use the mouse left-handed. Stranger hand on my mouse tonight. That sounded horrible. On the computer mouse tonight. Wow. All right. This is the only area of concern right now. All this other stuff is just noise. Honestly, think we're good. We can start sending people to bed, but the minute I do, and this thing heading due east for us, pops up and kicks us right in the teeth. We're still under severe thunderstorm watch till 3 a.m. Sitting in the air like Mexican food on a guy just waiting to break. Exactly. It's late. You might want to have that checked out. Susan, take a time. I take some ibuprofen. Right here. And on down my rib cage. I've done injured myself. Medic. It'll be numb in the morning. I'm telling you. Mike, numbness and just like I felt it earlier in the day. It's like I pulled every muscle from my armpit down my rib cage across the part of my chest, right here in my shoulder area. And I'm like, what did I do at work? Where I would have pulled all those muscles. Maybe I laid wrong on it last night. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to stay away from it, Jake. You know what? When you raise your coffee cup up to take a drink and the reflection in the window, yeah, I was like, what in the world is that floating across the window? Is the storm over in Martinsville? Currently, yes. Are there more storms to the west of us? Currently, yes. Here is the great city of Martinsville, and if you look due west of us, blah, all that over at Terre Haute. And that is moving east. So, Mike, I would say no because of, it's like from my armpit down. I may have, I don't know. You know, at this age, you can get up and sneeze and pull every muscle in your back. Where's my RNs at? Anybody online? What have I done to myself? I mean, it's like right there it starts twisting, hurting. On down through here. Snack. Pop. And then I've twist right there. Like if I twist, that whole side just hurts. We just lost power again on Lincoln Hill Road. Susie. Can't be doing that. We don't even have any wind going on. Well, we got a little bit of fire right here on us. North side of town. Did I fall? No. Not that I know of. Let me think. Did I bang into something? No. I probably had something in my hands that were heavy and twisted. And I'm all stiff and sore. Shoulder down, inside rib cage. No, Cynthia, I did not fall. Y'all keep saying that. I know. I don't want to fall. If I fall, just leave me there. Just don't mess with me. I'll either crawl out of it or just throw some dirt on me. I'm not getting up. All right. This over here's looking just as goofy as this over here. All nasty and nothing to organize. Tylenol arthritis 8-hour is a miracle drug for me. After neck surgery, I refused to take prescription, and those did the job just fine. Well, I took 3 ibuprofen before I came in here, and it ain't touching it. It's like I've strained something very deep, like bone or twisted. Then you need to have that checked now. It's been going on all freaking day, Cynthia. And progressively getting worse. Could be bursitis. Rain, go away. Exactly. Hello, Wendy. Jake. Yeah, maybe I should stop at the gas station, get some Tylenol before I come home. I may try that. What'd you say, Tylenol what? Extra strength? Let me scroll back. Tylenol, arthritis, 8 hour. Pleurisy, that could be it. I mean, honestly. It's more on my outside. No rib cage, but muscle, shoulder, neck. That's why I think I've strained a muscle or something more so than anything. So are we good? Londa, I wish I could tell you yes. I know there's like 4 or 5 of them waiting on to hear the magic words to go to bed, but I don't think we're going to get to that point in the next 2 hours. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to premature it because I don't trust this line back up here behind us. But that outflow again is just crazy. Look at that. Crazy. Excuse me. I don't want to tell you no. Well, I've got ibuprofen. That didn't work. I would have thought that would work, but I just need to go to bed. I'll stop and get some Tylenol. Go to bed. Wake up, and if I can't move my arm in the morning, guess what? I'm sleeping in. Lidocaine roll-on. I've heard of that. But remember, guys, it's midnight on a Thursday. I don't even know what's open. I know the dollar store ain't. I'm the only one out. I'm the only one left. Cynthia? Jake. Cut it off. No, I have to do that to my leg, I think, anyway, so. Hey, big concert this weekend. Big concert this weekend right next to where I live. If you don't have tickets, better get them. Josh Turner, Scotty McCready. I want to hear Josh Turner sing that long black train. I'm ready for it. You see, almost like it's divided into 2 storms here now. It's jacking with me. It knows I want to go to bed. Laura, I'll be there. Laura will be there. I could just sit in my backyard and literally... Walmart delivered to yourself in the AM. I can do that. Sure, that's not a bad idea. 3 minutes, we're going to have to make a decision. That outflow is all the way down here. All the news channels went away. It's just me. I'm the sole survivor. Ronald says, we're good in Paragon. You're good in Paragon right now. You got another round, and I'm not saying it's going to be bad, but another round of rain and wind and maybe a flash or 2 of lightning to your west. Let me look at my other radar, see what it shows, if anything. And it shows this storm right here weakening, but it shows this storm way over here in Effingham getting stronger. And that is still a severe thunderstorm warning. Rat turds. We are good in Paragon for right now. I'm going to hang on a little bit longer. I know, a warning just popped up on my phone. A severe thunderstorm watch, I bet you, Patty, till 3 a.m. because that's what we are under. Might double check that. Where are you at? Are you in, you're in town here, aren't you, Patty? Ronald, you have a good night, sir. Be safe. We are under a watch until 3 a.m. That part I do know. Rixie wants to go to bed. Hello, Lane. I want to call some of these towns and go to bed, but heaven forbid Terre Haute's getting close. You're a Paragon. Yeah, we're under little Jan. Good night, Sherry. Yeah, we're under severe thunderstorm watch till 3 a.m. Pretty much all of central Indiana. You're welcome, sir. Your next round of storms is 30 minutes away. As slow as this turd's moving. This is just farting along here. I was hoping it would be out of Terre Haute, but it's still just dragging along. This is the one now that concerns me, this one over here. But they dropped that weather warning. Oh, what to do? Should I call it a night? If I call it a night, we get another warning, I will be most upset. What do y'all think? Call it a night? There's 55 of you on here. Oh, and that just hurts, pushing off on that arm. Right, Susie. Now this outflow is just flying ahead of that. And I mean, I can't see these things back here having to pop to do anything. Especially with these rings just moving through. This I'm not concerned about. Down here is what worries me. And these are moving east, which would be in the Bloomington area, so I'm not sitting here till 3 a.m. because I do have to go to work tomorrow. Unless I go to the doctor and they're like, we got to amputate. I should go to bed, but I'm watching the Tony Awards from the other night. I haven't watched an award show in years. You should go to bed. It could be till 3 a.m. I know. I'm a glutton for punishment. I mean, that's why I try to hold off. I know 6,000 other weather people have all their stuff on when these storms were marching across Illinois. And I'm like, I want to go in there when they start coming close to the central part of the state. And I always try to judge it by when they start hitting the Terre Haute area. So I got here about 10, and they were just hitting the Terre Haute area. Laura, oh my, you should go to bed. What's up, Jake? How are things down the Lake Lemon area, sir? Power back on again, that's what we like to hear. Lake Edgewood, they're not going to have it on for like another week, it sounded like. How's it down here in God's country, Jake? A little rain, a little wind. Nothing too severe. Any reports, anybody else from the Southport, Greenwood area where the tornado went through tonight? All is well at Lake Lemon. We've heard it from Jake Dodds. There you go. Lake Lemon's looking good. Tonight would be a good night to be sitting on a dock with catfish pull out. Maybe a drink or two, your choice. I used to go fish Lake Lemon a lot as a kid. It's a beautiful area. All right, Terre Haute storms are looking as dysfunctional as the ones that just come through here. And this one here is starting to show signs. Let's punch it back up over here. The Fort Branch one. Here we go. See what this one looks like. Radar. See, that still looks pretty significant. And they got it moving east. I'm holding on for a little bit longer. I'm not going to do no 3 a.m. stuff, though. I at least like to get one call in at good night and tell them to go to bed. Terre Haute's getting close. Terre Haute is getting close. Extremely close. This big old pocket of emptiness opened up here. I wouldn't mind that, Wendy. Hello, Nikita. We're starting to lose people. Say, all you guys have been on, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. I know some of you guys wanted to go to bed. We all have to work in the morning. I appreciate you guys tuning in and follow along. Some of you guys follow me and others. And like I said, I will never tell you I am not the weather guy to follow. If this is for entertainment purposes and close at home, so be it. But please have Ryan Hall or whomever. I don't care who you follow. 2:33 a.m. About 1 o'clock. That's what I'm guessing. But I mean, that's this chunk. I worry about this one over here, Jake. These are still pretty hot. And that outflow isn't as prominent once you get past down here by Vincennes. This line that bowed out, yeah, it's still running strong. But this thing is slowed down to a crawl. That's why this gap's opening up between this line here and this back edge over here. We're in a big dry slot right now. I mean, we got 30 or so minutes. It's not even hit Cloverdale yet. There's Quincy. Any other tornado warnings across the state? Nope. No tornado warnings across the Midwest right now. This is a flood warning, I'm pretty sure. Storms just sat over here and dumped all day in that whole area right there. Jake. These storms need to happen like at 7 o'clock at night, not at freaking 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. But the trade-off is it's not going to be near as hot. Shelly, same here. Not going to be near as hot tomorrow. Let's take a look at the other radar. Strongest storms going right now are the ones over by Effingham, Illinois. So that's these right over here. These are the ones that have not died off yet and have grown a little bit, if anything, with intensity. And that is a warning box over there. That's the closest. These are leaving the state. That big line is finally leaving the state into Ohio. And we're creating a little gap right here between this main line and this next line. Hello, Joy. Hello, Tammy. Of storms. Nothing severe anywhere in central Indiana. Hello, Emily. Hello, Pam. Trinity's back. And Corey's on. Got lots of folks still hanging out with us. Lots of you die-hard folks. I appreciate each and every one of you. As we're on third shift now. This is the only area that concerns me, and it is moving to the east. I assume it's going to fade away by the time it gets here. This storm right here has not moved an inch in the last 20 minutes. I don't get it. It is just pouring down rain. Over in Illinois, that Monticello, Crisco, Marao, Clinton, Mount Pulaski, Atlanta, nothing. Clinton, I guess, would be the biggest, and it's over there by the Clinton Lake. It would be the biggest little city over there. I'm not familiar with this part of Illinois. I-72, I-55, not far from Lincoln. Cynthia. We live in Paragon. This is our nightlife. I'm glad I'm entertaining tonight. Hey, Paragon Homecoming's coming up. Won't be long. You're welcome, Cindy. Hope that helped. All right, we're getting some movement over here. Terre Haute. We might be able to call one. I know a lot of you guys are waiting, anticipating. Might be able to make our first call in the state of Indiana tonight. Here real soon. I hope everybody's all right in this area that the tornado went through. That worries the heck out of me. That's a very populated area too. From Plainfield to Shelbyville, right along the south side of Indy. Mike, I appreciate that. Oh boy, look at that. Look at that. We're close. We are so close to calling Terre Haute. It's got to get out of the green. I'm excited. Hello, Tish. We're getting there, by gosh. See, these are really phasing out. And there's that outflow just as strong as ever. But you don't have that down here at this nasty looking storm in Effingham, at least not yet. This is where like the two lines collided. Oh boy, where are we at? Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? I thought it was going to start moving. Big, huge gap of drier air, I should say. This is the dreaded dry slot when we get those snowstorms where like you're going to get 15 inches of snow and it snows for like a minute and you get like a half inch and then like, oh, you got a dry slot. You're only going to get 4 inches of snow now. You're like, are you kidding me? Where did the dry slot come in? Starting to sprinkle some here. We got a little shower. Little shower down here by us. Right here in this. Let's zoom in on the Porch Time Studio. See if I'm awake. I am approximately about right here. And there's donuts in this general area right here, and they are making them as we speak. I'm right here. All right, let's check Terre Haute one more time. I think we might be able to call it. Are you kidding me? That has not moved. Taylor, if I could. Wait a minute. She might have totally busted me out because. Yeah, Mike's been here when they've been making them donuts before. Taylor, my magic wand. It's a number one finger, so don't think it's the wrong finger. But it can be used as a back scratcher when my right arm does work and I can't get it to work properly tonight for some reason. But we're going to wave that magic wand and hit refresh and get these storms moving. Oh, look. It worked. We're almost. How close? How close? How close are we? Oh, we're just streets away now. We're streets away. Come on now. Let's start moving. Let's get on getting on. Is it 12:30? I think I'm shutting this off and going home and acting like I'm going to bed. Terre Haute. We're gonna do it. Terre Haute, you can go to bed. There you go. Terre Haute, go to bed. It's our first call. See, I need to upgrade. I need a flashy. I need something I can click to. It says, but I'd have to put like a ton of cities in there. For every city west of us. Be like, Terre Haute, click on it. Terre Haute, go to bed. One of these days I'm just going to have to sit in here and put about, I could do Terre Haute and Cloverdale and Jasonville, Bloomington, Mooresville, Wilbur, Monrovia, Eminence. That baby's snoring in her crib. The fur baby's also snoring in her bed next to me. That's awesome. We got our first call tonight to go to bed. That means we're getting there, folks. Terre Haute is officially done for the night. Rain and some storms are slowly making their way back into central Indiana. I don't see anything severe with this. I'm going to hang on about another 11 minutes and see what we got. If I go home, I'm not going live from my phone, Wendy. I will not. Not at my house. If I go to that house, I'm going in there and laying down. TikTok and X the rest of the night. I got to catch up on some news. Raining still down in Bloomington. These are kind of moving in a train formation to the northeast, while this is moving more east, as in this one. This is the one I wish would go away. That'd make me feel a whole lot better. Terre Haute's off the market right now. They are in bed mode. Who could we call next? Farmersburg's getting close. Brazil's getting close. As these all make their way now to the east. Waving my wand. Taylor told me to. And it worked. Got it off of Terre Haute. Hopefully now this system will keep moving to the east and get away from us. It's got to go through this drier land right here that it rained on hard. And now it has nothing going on. I can't believe it still has 37 in spots. I guess it is still 37. Doesn't it turn back into 37 down here south of Bloomington? Down here on Lydic? Somewhere? Maybe it's right here. Yeah, State Road 37, south. Right here, just split at Clear Creek. So technically still State Road 37 and I-69. Oh boy, look at that. They increased that watch box over there. See, that's why I don't like this crap. Let me go back to my other radar and we'll see what's going on. What's it say? That is a big old severe thunderstorm warning for that part of Illinois. Because that thing there is intensifying. That's like the... Let's get a closer look. Severe thunderstorm warning just to the west of Vincennes, as these are your worst storms on the map now, due to out to our west. That is the worst area going, and that is moving to the east, as you can see, and intensifying as it does. So we're going to keep an eye on that for a little bit before we do call it a night. Let's go back up to Indiana radar. This is the radar down here. I call it Fort Branch radar because Fort Branch is like right here, but it's actually Owensville. But I think Fort Branch is a cooler name. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Joy. We'll go back up, closer radar to home. This batch of rain is finally moving now east towards us. As long as this doesn't move to the north, we'll be fine. But places like Vincennes, anywhere along 41, south of Terre Haute, Oakton, some pretty powerful storms to your west. Remember, this whole area is under severe thunderstorm watch until 3 a.m. So any of these can go tornadic pretty quick, as seen earlier in the night, just south of Indianapolis, Plainfield, and then the Greenwood, Southport area, and then all the way out to the Shelbyville area. They had tornadoes bouncing around. Whether they came down and touched down yet, unconfirmed. Ryan Hall didn't did say there was a tornado on the ground at one point, so we shall see at daylight tomorrow damage and things like that. Anybody up in that area got any information or seen any information, pics from TikTok or Facebook, please let us know. I tell you what, I'm going to be in a sling tomorrow. My right arm and shoulder and chest in that area, I have seriously done something wrong. Close to home, absolutely nothing going on. We're just kind of waiting this out, more so for this area down here to the west of Vincennes. What other else little town right here? Sullivan, to the west of Sullivan. Seeing if that stays going east, you're going to hit Bloomfield, Worthington, Lake Monroe, Bloomington, Brown County. Remember, I got a kid living there, so I got a kid living here, and I got a kid living here. So whether I'm sitting here in the studio talking to you fine folks or sitting at home waiting on it, it don't matter. I'll be up. I think we're in the clear, but just southwest still could be under the gun here as we move into the wee hours of the morning. When this first came out earlier in the week, they were talking 4 a.m., 3 and 4 a.m. to roll through our part of the world. I was like, there is no way I'm getting up at 3 a.m. and going live. Laura, that's what we're looking at. I'll feel a lot better when this crosses state line because they seem to be dying once they come into Indiana. And it's slowly getting here. This one's finally moving. It sat over Terre Haute for a half an hour, kind of waiting for this to clear out. There's that outflow. Look at that outflow. That is insane. That's that big gust of wind everybody got right off the bat. Wendy, I could have coughed myself into oblivion. I'm not over the bronchitis yet. I know I've still got a little bit of that, but I mean, they gave me the Z-Pack, and when she handed it to me, she's like, it might help, it might not. You just got to take its course. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I took Mucinex for like 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, I'm done with that. That's not doing anything either. But I mean, I know about 10 people that have it, either pneumonia and or bronchitis, or some mild version of it, and it just will not go away. But I took almost a week off of no shows, and I sat in here during Bibles for Dummies, didn't even speak because I couldn't talk. I know some people like to hear that. I couldn't talk for more than 5 minutes before I would go into a coughing fit and couldn't do it. So I canceled shows, moved shows around, didn't do a show for almost 7 or 8 days, and I did a couple earlier in this week. But no, I would never have been. How long have I been live tonight? 2 hours? I have to find it. 2 hours on the dot, almost 2 hours 5 minutes. I could have never have stayed on for that long. No, it was horrible. And then you go home and try to lay down, and you're just like wheezy, wheezy, wheezy. Kayla, I'm glad she's doing better. Now, see, I had no infection, no fever, nothing, just bronchitis. And I went to work and told him, I was like, I got to go to the doctor. I'm either having pneumonia or bronchitis. And I hit the walk-in clinic in Mooresville. And they were sweet as can be. And, man, she goes, yeah, your airways are pretty clogged up. And she's like, we got bronchitis for sure. And so I took the Z-Pack, pounded Mucinex. But I get tired of sleeping sitting up. I cannot do that. But I tried for it. Sleep about 2 hours, wake up, cough and gag, try to go back to bed. And so finally, it's on the mend now. It has been for about 3 or 4 days, but still not over it. Still catch coughing fit or a wheezy, achy middle of the night. Kind of is what it is. Just like she said, it's got to take its course. There's not a whole lot you can do. Check that other radar. No, they have issued. It's not a severe thunderstorm, but strong storms is what they're calling these now. These are kind of refiring over here as they move into the Seymour area. Still thunderstorm warning over there in Illinois. These are dying off. The ones immediately to our west. These are getting weaker. This is still as intense as it was earlier. Let me find my live on Facebook. Of course, it's not allowing me to do that now. My phone's like, dude, go to bed. All right, we're back. We got a little rain in and around the area. More rain over by Harrison, Cloverdale, Poland. Stronger storm over by Saline, heading towards Bowling Green, Patricksburg, Clay City, Lewis. The strongest storms on the map are down here in south central Illinois. Severe thunderstorm warnings for all this area here as these march off towards the east, towards Vincennes and Sullivan. Closer to home, we're just kind of waiting it out here. Brazil, you can go to bed. Terre Haute, you should already be in bed. Farmersburg, I gotta wait on you. You got a little bit of ways to go still. There's some still storms to your west. Better hang loose on you. That outflow line's kind of fading away, getting caught up with it. And these are kind of intensifying. I wonder if this whole line will form back up as it moves closer to Cincinnati. This one is weakening as it approaches us, and these are kind of staying the same. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna head for the house. I think we're in good shape. Not saying we won't get Mike, I think we're all right. We may get a pretty good shower or two coming up here in the next 45 minutes. And depending on this south of us, they might get some heavier storms. I think this is going to end up turning south. Just by the way this is moving, I don't know. I'm not the weather guy. Just a hunch. But I think we're good here. It's going to rain on us off and on all night for the next 3 or 4 hours. But I think the worst is over. Praying for our friends and family up on the south side of India and anywhere else across the state that got hit by tornadoes tonight. Some pretty severe ones over in Illinois. I'm sure you can find the videos all over social media. There were some hellacious looking tornadoes, just scary to watch, and can think that people are in that path of something that destructive. Mike, you as well, sir. Love you, buddy. Wendy, you too. Thank you, dear. I don't see any reason to continue it. This one's weakening. These are doing straight east. So I think we can all go to bed. Maybe keep one ear open for a while. Keep an eye on things. Sleep with your sweatpants on. Isn't that what they say in Central Indiana this time of year? All right, y'all. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. And like I said, don't make me your number one weather guy. Have someone else available that knows what they're talking about and doing, because I do this for my own curiosity and interest and to keep our community informed. I look at this screen, people sending me messages in this screen, and just relay what we got. There's no education behind any of it other than self-taught listening and watching. So, but don't get me wrong, I appreciate each one of you tuning in every time. We were over 130 people at one point in time. Love you guys. Have a great night. Enjoy your Friday tomorrow. It's supposed to be halfway decent. Don't sleep naked. Never know exactly. Good night, Cynthia. Thank you. Hopefully my right arm will work tomorrow. Big concert Saturday. Heat pad on that shoulder. Ibuprofen. That's for sure. Big concert Saturday. I should be out there. Maybe. Love you guys. Have a great night. Be safe. And we will see you soon.